Hey everybody, Wentzville neighbors. This is Michelle Carlisle again with another community connection on the Park Bench Wentzville. I am here with Nancy the Psychic. She does all kinds of actual personal spiritual services. It's not just what it sounds like, but she'll be able to tell us a little bit more detail about that. I'm curious, Nancy, how did you discover that you had a heightened awareness or an ability to channel other energies?
I always knew and felt things my whole life. And I didn't know I was any different. I thought this is how we are. This is what we do. So I didn't question it and I didn't talk about it, I just did it. It was not until very late in life that I actually had what I call spiritual awakening. Life as I knew it turned me upside down. Turned me upside down, and this is the other side of it. And that was 10 years ago.
Okay.
And I stepped out doing this work. So every broken road got me here, and here is pretty good.
Yep. Quite often, well, they do tell you that happiness and fulfillment is not an end, it's a journey to get there, and it's the whole process that counts.
Absolutely.
Well,
Absolutely.
I think a lot of people are probably curious, what does Nancy the Psychic do?
So I'll tell you, I go by Nancy the Psychic because I have a very difficult last name. My last name is Pharaonic. It's not spelled like it sounds. It doesn't look like it sounds, but it is. And nobody can get it right, and I don't blame them. No one can get it right. So I shortened it because no one could find Nancy Pharaonic.
Like, well, I don't even know how to start
How to
looking
they,
for
yeah, they can't spell it, so they can't find me. So I shortened it to Nancy the Psychic so people
good.
could find me.
Does your driver's license say Nancy?
It should. Should, because that's what I'm known as. As I stepped into this, the services I provide are many. I do psychic readings,
Okay.
which is you come to me and you want to know what the future looks like. So
I'm sure there's a lot of people that are curious.
and so I would connect in with you. It's not a mind reading. I don't read your mind. It's definitely more of a soul connection.
Okay.
I look at your journey, where you're headed, what's helping you, what's getting in your way. And your strengths, your weaknesses, your obstacles. I won't tell you when you're going to die, and I won't tell you when your family's going to die.
I mean, who really wants to know that anyway?
Right. Right. But I tell you the truth,
Yeah.
good, bad, or indifferent. And as I do that, I look at your future. And usually I look about the next 5 years. And so I do that type as a psychic reading. I also offer, I need a drink, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
And it's intuitive guidance. I do use tarot cards, but I don't need them,
Okay.
but they're fun. People will come for that type of reading. There are people anymore, the world has changed quite a bit with COVID.
Yes.
I have more people that come for the why am I here? What am I supposed to do? What's this journey about? They're seeking spiritual guidance. So I do a lot of those readings. I also offer mediumship. Mediumship is a little different. That is communicating with loved ones that have crossed over.
Okay. So that would be more of like if you were to watch a television show, that's where you would hear the word medium more often than not.
Yes.
Okay. I see.
Yes, and then they're different because psychic is I'm connecting with you,
Right. Okay.
you as an individual. Mediumship, I'm connecting with your loved ones
Okay.
and the messages they have for you.
Okay. Very
It's
interesting.
very
I
different.
appreciate the definition and the clarification there. I'm sure there's a lot of people out here that, like me, a little bit ignorant, got a little bit of knowledge, but it's just enough to be dangerous.
Yes.
So it's good to have clarification.
And
So if someone comes in to see you, what can they expect? How do you work them through the process of deciding what kind of service to use or?
I don't really communicate with anyone beforehand, so I have an assistant that does. That way I'm not privy to any information.
Okay.
I know nothing but your name. And I look at my calendar a week ahead and I know who's coming, that's it. When you come and see me, I will ask you your birthday. I might ask you what you do for a living because I don't pick up what careers people do, but I sure can tell you about where you're headed in it. Those are really the only questions I ask.
Okay.
Then I connect in and I give people a choice, kind of go with the flow, and you ask questions as we go along. Some people come in and they've got a list of questions, and it's like a machine gun, bam, 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 and they just want me to answer those questions. I can do that as well.
Okay.
Some people want me to focus on a certain area of their life, and I can work in any of those,
Okay.
any way that works best for my client.
So people can expect when they come in to feel comfortable, listened to, and like a person.
Absolutely.
and not a standard recipe or a number or process.
Absolutely. It is very individual. It's
Okay.
very, and two people can come together, let's say they want to share an hour, and I will read each of them individually.
Okay. All right. So this might be, something if you have an out-of-town family member, sister, brother, aunt, uncle that you don't see very often, but you're close. That'd be a great
Yes.
friends that haven't seen each other for many years. They've grown apart with families and school, and be a really good way to kind of reconnect and cement that relationship as well.
Yes, people have, a lot of ladies come and they'll do it together and then they go to lunch. It's like an afternoon together. It's their fun.
And don't let me cloud things. It's not just a ladies only thing.
True. Mhm.
We just happen to be ladies, so that's the way the conversation goes.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen,
Absolutely.
I apologize.
And I do parties and I do group medium readings. So with parties, I go to people's homes
Okay.
and they have their
All
friends
right.
over, and I go off into a private area and I read each person individually. And that's a lot of fun. People enjoy that. And then I do group medium readings where you have your friends or your family come over, and I show up and I connect with the loved ones that have come forward.
Okay. Because it's not like you can control whose energy contacts you. You can't go pick out who you want to talk
Correct.
to.
So when I do like a group, there may be 20 people there, and I may connect with 5 people's loved ones, and I
Okay.
don't know who it's going to be. So they know I'm going to connect, but they don't know if they're going to get one or not.
Right.
So it brings healing to everyone.
Right. You know that you get the feeling and the appreciation, even if it maybe isn't who you wanted to hear from.
Correct.
Alright. Have you had any really memorable, and I don't want to delve into anybody's personal information, but have you had anything that really stood out to you as a very powerful experience, whether with a client or even yourself, that you would like to share?
I can tell you that there are too many to say, because I always, before reading, I always set my intention, and I always ask to be wowed. Wow me and wow my client, and it happens over and over. From knowing someone's going to have twins, to having someone's mother come through and say, "Hi, I'm Karen," to you name it, spirit always wows me. And I always ask, because the day they stop wowing me is a day I think I'm doing this work and there's a problem, because
Okay.
all I am is the messenger. So readings, they blow me away every day.
Wow.
They're memorable every day.
And how awesome is that, to do something that you feel is helping others and yet have it surprise you and amaze you as well? That's wonderful.
It is. It absolutely is. It brings healing. People, when they leave, I had a client just earlier who was very kind of low energy, not vicious. I don't want my energy to rub off on you. And I laughed. I said, well, good, because I don't either.
And knowing is half the battle. If you don't have an aura that should be shared, at least if you know that, you're not pushing it on people.
Right. Most people, when they leave, if they've had a medium reading, I always tell them, baby yourself, because you've been through a really emotional experience. Be kind to yourself the rest of the day. And usually, if I do both, where I connect with their loved one, Then I look at their future. They walk out of here and they're on cloud 9. They're high as a kite because I share my energy with them, and I'm very high energy. So most people leave feeling really good.
That is awesome. What a great way to spend your day.
It is.
That is amazing. Well, I know that there are a lot of different services that Nancy the Psychic can provide for you. Just depends on your individual wants and needs, and there is no stigma to it, there is no confusion to it. It's just ask the questions and you'll get some honest answers. If you feel like you need a little bit of healing and some self-love, maybe a little connectivity, give Nancy a call. She'll do you right. We appreciate it, guys. We'll see you next time.
Have a great day.
Do that too.